So please take some time, especially tomorrow. By the way, I don't know how many of you heard it, President Bush has asked for a moment of silence at 3 p.m. tomorrow for the nation. Take your moment and broadcast your thanks to all of them. Talk to them. Let them know. I've always been a history buff. I hate to say it, I'm one of those people who loves obscure, offbeat, weird facts of history. I love digging around in history books and finding out that something didn't happen the way everybody always assumed it had. But only those of us who are willing to read through that history book that's this thick know it. But I also study history for two other reasons. One, so that people will never be forgotten for what they did. Did you know that a large portion of the younger generations in Japan know absolutely nothing about World War II? It is not taught in their schools. Do you know that a large part of the younger generation of our country only know World War II existed because there was a movie called Saving Private Ryan a few years ago? Well, how many people remember those who fought in the Revolution? Or the Mexican-American War? Or anything else? They're fading from history. Fading from people's minds. And the sacrifices that were made are forgotten. But I also like to read history because, again, another cliche, but they become cliches because they're true. Those who refuse to learn from history will repeat it. And I don't just mean in school. We see it time and time again. People don't learn from the past mistakes. The same old tensions, the same old prejudices, the same old misconceptions start up all over again. They're allowed to build to critical masses, and then it's war. And we don't learn from that. As you can tell, I am very, very big supporter of our military. And unlike what a lot of people in the world seem to think, you're either for peace or for the military. But I and the military are very much for peace. They don't want to go no harm's way. They do it because they have to. They would much rather find, as we all would, the peaceful solution. And if we ever come to a day where we forget what a cost war is, or if we ever come to a day, as we have been here lately, where we glorify the violence again, that's always been a big one, you know. You glorify the violence, and people want to act it out. And what better than on a field of battle? we don't remember the cost of war, then it seems like an easy option. And it always should be the last option. But I'm going to steal from something else again. TV show to end with called Major Dad, about some years ago. The major in the movie was a major of the Marines. And in the first episode, he met the young woman who he would end up marrying. She was a reporter and a peacenik. Thought the military was outdated and should be gotten rid of. And here he was in his full military Marine uniform. He looked at her and said, "Take a swing at me." She said, "No." I said, "No, really, seriously, it's okay. Take a swing at me." She said, "No way." I said, "Why not?" Because when anybody stands there like that and says, "Take a swing at me," it's because they can defend themselves. And he said, "That's why I wear this uniform." So please make sure that tomorrow you honor not just with deeds, but with your words sent to the other side. All those who sacrificed for our country, our liberty, our lives. And with that, I'd like to close, and we'd like to take up our free will offering.